Okay. Why do you make no noise? Why make no noise? Okay, so you're hearing it. Anyway, let me push the button here. Let's see. Well, that was a few minutes ago. I don't know what's going on, why it took so long to post it. But yeah, so we're here. And we're doing some talky stuff and some working stuff and some talky while worky stuff. Or just talking about stuff. You know what that shows, right? We will talk and do stuff or something. I don't know. Part of me just says, you know what? Let's go play a video game. Part of me says, video games are for losers. No. Yep, that's only. No, I kid, of course. But let's see, what are we doing? Yes. So first and foremost, since we started working on it, let's take a look at. Well, let's see. Oh, I better have saved it. I better have saved it. I don't think I saved it. Darn it. Here, open like a new tab. Core website. Should still be unlocked. Oh, it's not. Alright, let me open up a new tab to make it unlocked. That's more or less just so I can, log in with the credentials thing and all, blah blah blah. You know how it goes. The password I don't even know. That's behind many layers. Many layers, all the layers. And the madness of my own, the silence of my own voice. Let's see, where's the thing that has that? Move this. Okay. For some odd reason, this is not playing for me. Which is it connected to? It's connected to the headset that I currently have in my head. Is there? Oh, I know what's. That is very interesting. It does that one. Hopefully, it's not deafening for you now that I turn it up. Down there. Is this covered? Yeah. Base station. Nice. Okay. Let's take a little look-see at some stuff. What is today? Today is Thursday, right? No. It feels like it's Thursday. It is not Thursday. I had a day at work. Alright. Not a bad day. Not a bad day. That's the funniest part about that. And sometimes people say, oh, well, I had a day at work. It was terrible. Well, not always. Which is fair. I mean, like, some people, work is always horrible. And, like, I've ran into that sort of thing before myself. And my answer to that space is, and this again, let's just say, like, not whistling Dixie. This isn't like a, oh, whatever, just say the magic words and it'll get better. No, it's like, well, if it's horrible, right? If it's horrible. If it's so horrible that day in and day out that you can't stand it, then don't stand it. This was actually good. This was actually a good day. I enjoyed the day. I actually enjoyed the day. And again, I can't go into all the details because some of the stuff's got, restrictions on what I can share and all that, blah, blah, blah. But I will say this, so I ended up in a space where one of my coworkers, so we've got yet another new body coming in because there's a big hiring push. I know there's all this recession talk and all that. And there's the company I'm currently associated with, which is on the rising edge of future problems, we'll say. Future problems that aren't just going to go away unless at the actual, everything fails in a manner that's like, well, we're done anyways, so whatever. Sorry, I just got something that caught my attention. Well, yeah. So it's still definitely pulling people in and that sort of thing. And so it's the sort of thing where it's kind of neat, being in that space. Okay, so it is what I thought it was. Just the error that's on the bottom left there. All right, so now this goes to content generation. No, these are five group stuff. Well, why are they here? Shouldn't they be over there? Anyway, so where was I at? Oh yeah, so they're still, they're. Oh shoot! I don't know where I put it, but not where I want it. So anyway, so yeah, like I was saying before I interrupt myself. We're gonna go with this one. It's a little nightcap. A little bit of burn, but pretty good. Okay, so what I was saying was that they basically are still higher. That's where I was going. So we've got an extra body that's coming into the space. Well, we also have a body that's currently interviewing to try and get to a different group, for whatever his own reasons are, and it's the sort of thing where chase the thing, right? Chase your dream, whatever you want, just go for it. And so, oh shoot, did I do what I think I did? I did. I did. Okay, it's not a big deal, but dagnabbit, I wasn't paying attention. So this article generation, holding is where they go. So the stuff that I just dragged over without thinking about it actually aren't ready for the big time, as it were. Aren't ready for they aren't even these are the future posts that I was working on the other day. So before I ran out of time, I'm waffling right now because I don't really know what I want to do at the moment. There's still, as always, a whole metric ton of things I want to do. I need to get done for the sake of argument, all that, and it's one of those sometimes it's really hard to determine what to do next. Which priority to go for, because a lot of these are not all of them are the top priority. Obviously there's different kind of levels to it, but some of these checklist items are super high priority, some of them are low priority. Some of them are kind of well, that's a pie in the sky dream. What, 0 point energy research? Who doesn't want to get eliminated by the government for trying to speed the timetable a little bit too fast, eh? I mean, that sounds fun to me. Did I eat both of those cheese sticks? Oh my goodness! Wow. Well, shoot, because that was supposed to at least take the edge off. Anyway, so yeah, some of them are pie in the sky, right? Some of them are just fun, like cold fusion proof. Outer Heaven, or what I'd call Ghost Skulch. If you get points, if you get the reference that I'm putting there, the references plural I'm putting there. Don't worry if you don't. But it does involve stopping the motor of the world Don't worry. Again, don't worry about it. If you don't know, you don't know. If you do know, you do know. All right. So let's see. Let's take a look. See. Yeah. So what we're looking at here is we're looking at just kind of my list of to-dos, and that's a laundry list of to-dos, which, yeah. And then there's also the routine stuff that needs to get done in there as well. Oh crap. I don't even want to think about that one right now. That's a weekend project for later. I don't even have the thing. Oh. Well, that's done, but that's not done. I didn't put a good note there, but I remember what we were talking about. Um, okay, so let's see. I think that's what I'll work on because it's kind of the most pressing because we've got like 30 articles that we need to get orchestrated there. Oh my goodness, I have a lot to prune through here. Let me go start another major prompt. Unfortunately, this morning I didn't have enough time in the morning to touch the things. So let's see. I should probably go through and refine what's in front of me. The Mocking Menace. Which means I have to go through the images. I don't really want to do that. We'll just throw the Temptress in. Honestly, though, I think that having like the unabated style note there is hurting things. All right, let's go. Just see how it turns out. Wait, did I just do the Temptress again? No, I've gone back last week. Yeah, I've gone back to last week. That's going to be some wild stuff that pops up for that one. So I'm just going to let it go. I enjoyed running those because it was weird what came up out of them. It's like skeletal women and stuff like that. It was weird. Weird. Oh, that's affiliate stuff. Yeah, don't worry about that. Oh, that's more. Wait, what? Why is it? Okay, I don't know what happened there, but. Oh. If that wasn't limited stock stuff that we've got, I would definitely drink more of it. It's a elderberry? No, not elderberry. Mulberry? No. Shoot, I forget now. But it's a mead, and it's a pretty good mead, all said. A little on the pricey side because mead from that sort of source is, but it's good. A little bitter, like a little bit of the bitter wash, but I ain't complaining. All right, so. How do I handle this? Do I just want to do it tonight? Just like rock through it? Yeah, I think I might just rock through it tonight. Alright, I'm gonna drag it down to the main screen. We're actually gonna duplicate this guy because I want to look at something else too. Again, I'm multitasking. Before we head over to this though, I want to take a look at our stats and compare them. Site stats 173. That's not okay. I mean, it's kind of like correcting downward. We're still getting good contacts there, but it's -8 right now. Well, no, but we're only on Tuesday, so -8 is actually okay. Not what I like to see, but it's okay. I can't prematurely compare stats, right? Let's see, 2 minutes per page. I think it's gone down a little bit from what it was, but 3 minutes a page is actually pretty good for what compared to the actual reading time per page. So we're making progress there, I think. And 57 clicks. We're actually at +2 clicks, so that's good from where we were the other day. And then 3.5 impressions. It's still down, but it's not down by as much, and that there's plenty of time for it to catch back up. So, which means that what we just saw may have just been a minor dip. Neat. In fact, we can kind of see it here as well at a brief Jetpack stats. Oh wow, we got 7 Facebook clicks. Twitch TV IE11 deprecated. I see. Something from LinkedIn, interesting. And then one view from Stellar Dragons, according to Jetpack. That's the past 7 days. It's the past 30 days. Naturally, it's most. Oh, we're starting to pick up the Baidu and Bing hits. And Yandex. Neato. I forget if I actually followed up with the Bing stuff. I think I set it up, but I don't know if I followed up with it. Yeah, it's fine. All right. Back to what I was doing. I just wanted to take a quick look at it because I do like being aware of how those starts are playing off. All right. So we're going to do this rather, not dull, I wouldn't go that far, but rather mundane thing, whereby we just gonna go through those things and just look at them. Although I don't know how long of a night I'm gonna take here, to be honest with you. As I said, I had a decent. It was a good thing, but it's just. Oh yeah, so I was in the middle of telling that story before I interrupted myself. So basically, the gist is that you have this scenario where, so that fellow is like moving to another group. So they moved him to a different office area, which opens up in our space a office space, as it were. And my coworker and I actually co-conspired and basically said, yeah, no, when it comes down to the decision making, he didn't want to move for any number of reasons. Which is fair. One of those reasons is that it's kind of a pain to move all your stuff, you get yourself just so, and then it's time to move. It's like, and the thing about that is that honestly, that's just kind of how this stuff works, my dude. Like, I mean, I think he's less used to office environments than I am, and like I'm not super duper used to them. Like, I had a couple of spaces where I had office environments in my career, but by and large, I was mostly doing stuff that was either field work or that sort of thing. So, oh, sorry, ginger tea. Although it's still a little watery, needs more time. So the fun part about this is that dude guy's like just kind of like, I don't really want to move, and so our supervisor, in an effort to say to be fair, choose a number between 1 and 5. Well, me, if I'm told to choose a number between 1 and X, I'm choosing pi. It's just how it is. It's how I will always do it. I know they're meaning an integer between 1 and 5, but I do not care. I am choosing pi. Because it's just how I am. I know it's uncouth. I know it's annoying as all get out. I respect that point, and I frankly disregard it because honestly, it's more fun to me. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't be like that on anything, but this one thing I am. There are a few other things, but this one thing I particularly am. Choose a number between 1 and 5. Pi. So 3.14. Yes! Well, with 3.14159. That stick stuck out. It's not even like it's not even because I'm trying to be impressive or no, it's just because I'm being silly. I'm just being funny. Like I don't like, especially with something that I don't care much about one way or another. I'm like, I don't care. If it's a serious thing, be serious. But if it's something that's coming down to choosing lots, it ain't that serious. Honestly, I don't care. Like so my dude chose 2. The number that was written on the post-it number was 2, and my guy therefore has first dibs. And my poor supervisor's just like, okay, you guys choose whatever, you guys do however you want to do it. I'm just trying to be fair. I'm just trying to be fair. And it's like, I know, I appreciated that. I do. But he doesn't want to really move, and I don't really care. Like, he doesn't want to, and I don't care. Which means I effectively am saying, I'll take the short straw, it's fine. Which is odd, because you think taking the space would be the long straw. You know, would be the wait, the long straw? That's, I don't know. You would think it would be the taking the short straw, the space would be the like the boon, oh look, I'm looking. Nah, fam, it's all cool. Like, I don't care. I'm just glad I got space. I don't care where that space is. I care that I've got space. That's all I care. And so so we just basically were like, yeah, okay. So the boss said this because the RNG came this, and he could have chosen however he wanted to do it. And I was more than willing to defer. I was like, hey, if you actually, the opening conversation before that was to my coworker, if you want that space, you've got it. I'm fine where I'm at. I don't need to move. He's like, nah, you can have it. I'm like, I don't really want it. Well, but I don't really care either. So if you're sure, he's like, yeah, I'm sure. Like straight off, I don't want to move. It's like, okay then. You'll have to move eventually, but all right, for now you won't have to move. Because I don't care. Like, I don't care where I sit, as long as I've got a place to sit, right? I'm sorry if you can hear me taking the sip of that, because they're like, I don't know. Anyway, so that was the story of today with the chair. Well, not the chair. Darn it! Always comes back to the bloody chair. That's a different story for a different day, though. Which I did keep my chair, by the way, if anyone's tracking. So, like I literally went. There was the chair that was there from the fellow that was there, and it's a well-worn-in chair, by the by. And I went, okay, and I rolled my chair over into that space. Like, I'm keeping my chair. I don't care. It's my chair now. I mean, well, you know, so long as I'm there or whatever, as long as it's not too stupid. And then I took his beat up chair and I put it in a space which was the generic use space, and then switched them around with so the newer chair that sat in last got moved over to the space that the new guy's gonna be sitting, and the old chair is now used in the communal area space because, well, I mean, it's just there, so it's like it's a beat up chair. Which will leave all sorts of questions when it comes down to it, but I don't really care because I'm keeping up a meme, and the meme is that, okay, fine, I guess I will tell that story. So the gist is, and like I'm gonna go super summary of it because I mean I could prattle about it, but I don't see a point to that. So the gist of the story is that one morning my boss's boss comes in, and before me, well before I did, and was chatting with my coworker, the one I was talking about before, who's a nice fellow, and who is like sitting there, and he's chatting, and as I'm about to get in, my boss's boss goes to take a seat in my chair, and I happen to see him because the door has a window, and I happen to see as he's taking a seat. And I don't come in a huff, but I do get in the door, like it's as I'm opening the door that he's sitting down, and I look him dead in the eye and say, you can't sit here. Now, the thing is, I didn't really recognize him for who he was. Not that it would matter, because honestly, no. It's my chair. It's where I sit. It's where I do my work at. Can't sit in my chair. There's very few things that I am possessive of in a workplace. My particular space is my particular space. You can borrow my chair. It's one thing. But to sit in it when I need it, I look down my nose. More seriously though, like I said, it was more just like I handled it poorly, and I'm still ruining it. Apparently, he got a laugh out of it, as one does, and my boss got a laugh out of it, so as one does, and everyone else in the office got a laugh on it, as one does, and apparently not everyone heard it. So now I'm basically propagating the bloody goofball that I am to everybody, which is just kind of fine. No, actually, it is fine because it's more fun that way. I'd rather be known as like kind of a little bit of a little goofy, little off in a good way, a little just that guy in that sense, who also knows his stuff. So you let him get away with it. I'd rather be that guy, and I have been that guy in other environments, and I will be that guy in this office. So, and I'm already proving it to at least myself, if no one else. And you know what? Damn the torpedoes. I don't care. All that matters is that I prove it to myself, right? Cheers. All right, let's probably get to work. Let's see. Well, it's doing interesting things. I'm not sure exactly what it's doing, but it's doing interesting things. I actually didn't even like edit it to meet what I'd done before. I know what's going wrong here already, but I'm just curious what it'll generate. Using these parameters, it'll take about an hour. So we're not waiting for it, but I'm just kind of curious because I'm messing around with it. So. At least the image looked like it was something like cohesive. I still need to make my own. I still need to do my own like image gathering to train it properly. Because it's very much so not trained properly for my usage. All right, let's see. So what I'm gonna do? We've got 30 of them to go through. I don't even fully remember how it's sorted. I don't actually fully remember. I think I did it this way, where those should be on their own line in general. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm pretty certain it should be on their own line, which the generator doesn't really do a great job with that. It do a terrible job with it, just doesn't do a great job. So it does produce them in separate entries like that. Which are all like, here's a list, right? Which is great that it did that. See, that one did it actually correctly. So that one's there. Equipment progression, milestones, character development. I don't know what it's doing here. Did table border 1, cell padding, cell spacing, style background color equals F2, F2, F2. This is F2, F2, F2. Let's see. Shooting. Just looking at it because something's not making sense here. Oh, this is a weaknesses encounter. So yeah. Okay, so it's weakness and encounter. Okay, that looks good. All right. We're gonna drag that guy over to final checks. I think they need to be. Let me check my. Sorry for the mic hit. I'm so sorry. Well, I just lost everybody. All like 1 or 2 people that were there for smacking the mic unceremoniously. I didn't mean to. My hand slipped. This stuff must have been stronger than I realized. Let's see. I'm looking for something here. JSON. Upload Trello with known headings from G stage for review. Let's see. And I think it was 4.4. No, that's with batch mode. No, it'd be 4.2. Upload stat block circle milestones. Weakness encounters, equipment progression, and combat scenarios. To pre-gene paged. Of course, I did not write from where. Because I have to go look into from where, which means I have to go grab my hidden document and figure out from where. So this is 4.2. Mode is 4, so mode is 2. Listing is article generation. And wait. Listing is list ID article generation. List ID article generation. Content generation at article generation. So I pull them back into okay, so these aren't meant to be ran concurrently, which I understand why I have it set up that way. So these actually need to go back to content generation. I'll deal with those later. All right. And again, see, I don't know why this one did it that way, but this one did it a different way. Yeah, there's something weird in that generation thing. It's fine. All right. Let's go through it. Well, I may as well go over in order. And this is the sort of thing why it's like, is, you know, are these programs even adequate for claiming themselves as like fantastic, super amazing AI concerns? Let me put it this way. AI, like actual AI, wouldn't make these mistakes. So, like, they just simply would not make the mistakes that we're seeing here. Like this, actual AI, like true AI, wouldn't do this ever. Like, there's no way it would ever do it unless it was there specifically trolling and trying to frustrate. But I'm not convinced that this is actually after that line. Like, I don't think it's doing this to troll me. I think it's doing this because it's incompetent. It's, again, algorithmic pretending to be. Now, they're intense algorithms, don't get me wrong, but they're pretending to be, you know, more than just merely a construct, and they're still clearly merely a construct. I am just, I have to make this point because it's one of those like, oh, it's AI, we should be afraid of it. No, automation of a certain point, yes. AI, this is like 20 IQ to mess this up like this. And you might say, well, but your prompts are wrong. Yes, they are, clearly. There's an issue with my prompts. And I mean that, like, without even like what to do. I'm not defending that my prompts are correct here. But what I am saying is that even if my prompts are wrong, and they are, or not perfect, you know, they're not completely isolated to where they should be ostensibly for what we're looking at, even if there's an error in them. And I'm going to actually look it up and look. Because, I mean, one might have argued that I should have done this before, but I called it good enough as a answer when I accepted them and ran them through all of them. So let me find out which one it was. Which prompt is it? Config, let's go. Scroll down to 4. Oh, I'm so sorry. As I said, it's been a long day. So prompts for article add. Prompts article value add. Prompts article value add. All right, let's go ahead and open it. See. I give it an example of how to handle it. And see, I'm telling it do equipment progression. And then, yeah, so do equipment progression and then follow it in HTML formatted equipment progression table. Right. And it's doing it, or no, even in any of my examples. I tell it to do this thing, the following key is required. Milestones of character development, combat, the following key is required as at the end of it. I know it is because I copied and pasted each one of them there. So it just decided to do different things on each one in a specific pattern, more or less. It basically decided to thumb its nose because it got confused, I guess, from a pretty simple instruction. And again, is this easier than doing it myself? Yeah, it is. Or rather, I shouldn't say easier because obviously there's this editing catch-up that I have to do. But is it easier is the word? Is easier the word? No, I don't think it's quite the word. Is it less time consuming per piece? And my answer is gonna be yeah, it's less time consuming per piece. Okay. So this one is getting rejected. Yep, this one got rejected. So even if everything else is correct, it's still getting rejected. Is that the right one that got rejected? Let's look, make sure it is not. Well, basically, I lost my process already. Okay, so that one's not getting rejected. That one's actually gonna go there. I think it was this one that got rejected. I just lost my base. All right, there you go for that one. So that one's rejected. All right, Dragonfire Adapt. I did warn you that this particular process isn't going to be the super most interesting, which is why I'm doing it right now. Because I was actually going to offshore it to somebody else, and I may still if I don't get my adequate process or progress rather. But you might ask why this is in failover, mostly because I'm trying to make sure I have my full groups before I commit. Mother of Pearl, Dragonfire Adapt level, combat scenarios. I swear, if more than man, I almost had a full set too. Yeah, everything. I actually ran into the same problem with other stuff where it'll just decide to regurgitate at me what my prompt was. But just have a spaz moment, just be like, oh, you asked for me to repeat everything you said and then do nothing with it, right? Well, no. I did not. I also did not ask it to do this. But it looks like that we're still good there. Part of me is saying I should push through another, like, programmatic pass. Then I realized that's stupid. Well, but it worked. So, okay, I'm gonna have to go through that one specifically. Alright, ULI, dungeon crawls, utilize your breath weapons. Well, it decided to post it twice. One in the manner I wanted it to, and the other one in not in the manner I... Considering what I'm having to do here... I can literally... I mean, I could literally just play with that a little bit and see about having it pull the content from the comments. Like when it pulls the content from the comments, it uploads them. See, the problem with that is that... No, you know what? No. Because how it pulls the content from the comments is from the section titles. So... that's why I have to go through and clean it up like this. And I did make it so that... Okay. It must have been old. So one might wonder why I think that this is faster than doing it the other way. Than doing it like one by one on all of them. Well, part of it's because I'm going to have someone who's less than comfortable and honestly competent to go through and do the processes in question. Yeah, I know. Look, with all respect, it's one of those things. Like I found that certain folks are better at certain things than other things, and asking them to delete twice under a... No, actually, the actual concept is more like have them copy a series of things and then copy a prompt and stuff like that. They're probably sitting there the entire time swearing at me, rather than, you know, oh, I know what I'm deleting. Okay. That's fine. That's old school. But yeah, they're probably actually just sitting there swearing at me the entire time, for making them do stuff on the site. Which, I mean, I get it, but it's the sort of thing where it's like, but we want to succeed at this thing, so let's do the thing. But they don't have the ability to see through their own veil. Which is why it's up to me to see through it for them. Sounds incredibly arrogant, probably a bit petulant and childish, but you know, I'm just saying. It's kind of the feeling I get about some folks. They want to dance through life down at the Ozfest. Points if you know that reference. Great, now I got that freaking song stuck in my head. Gosh darn it, that plan failed. I hope somebody else out there has that song stuck in their head too. Because it's stuck in my head and sharing is caring. Speaking about sharing is caring, I lose. So yeah, not much going on other than just finding the spots that need the fix and over fixing over and over and over again. And luckily, we're already like some percentage of the way through. Oh, I know what it did. So it did dump the failed thing, so I could see where it failed. I think it still does that actually, which is by design, I might add. Like have it dump the like what it was attempted, failed to update that post, and then this is what it failed to update, because then it can tell me where. You know, I think that's how I had it working. Could be wrong though. If it's just I may be wrong. It may have been like doing it on the fly and then just you know, just in time. Oh, that is not what I want to do. Oh wait. What's it? Excuse me. Got something caught in my throat. All right, so Barbarian was no good, but Bard was 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. All right. By no good, I mean as in it was missing something. And the Dragonfire dev's also gonna chill out there too. Because basically it's they go there. Okay then. Yeah, it looks like that's good. What are we at? Oh, wow. My sense of timing is impeccable. It has been 1 hour. Look at that. Now, I would say, quote, impeccable as always, but there's, well, I don't try to lie overtly. No, I try not to lie to the best of my ability, or deceive in the least, or any of that stuff, because someone is honest intentionally to a T. Like, just to be clear, it's not that I'm incapable of deception. Just prefer not to. Should I put it here? And there goes that. Like the thing is that honestly, there's this other weird effect that I see going on. That even though they're individual batches and they're not supposed to have like an impact on each other and stuff, you see some degree of like rot, I guess is the best word I want to use here, that happens with entries. Like the longer they go on, the more the model degrades. Even though this is not the type, this is not the model that remembers. Like this literally doesn't. It's not a model that remembers. Oops, a little aggressive there. Some short, simple to the point. Because it ran out of tokens. Oh, maybe that's the problem. It's running out of tokens. It's lame. By the way, though, that one did definitely work, though. So that was Battle Dancer. Dragon Shaman. Shaman, 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 Shaman. Shaman, Shaman. I don't know. As I said before, I am actually pretty much fried. I'll put you there, then. Pretty thoroughly fried. Which again is why you have me in this space where all I'm doing is just like super basic. Like, yeah, I thought about it. I wanted to do coding stuff today and work through those processes, but yeah. I might add, I'm kind of gladly fried. Like, no lie, because it's nice. It's nice to like really earn a day's wages, you know? Like, when I was doing the work from home gig, um, excuse me, when I was doing the work from home gig, I really struggled to get myself to that point, you know. And then doing the like, even though I was for all the code base and all this plus the work from home gig, doing like 40-hour work week plus like I don't know, the number's a big number. I mean, in some cases, I did like 100-hour work weeks that were split between the main job and the coding stuff. Like, there were points there with that. And then when I quit that job fairly unceremoniously, um, I basically ramped it up to where I was doing, 100 hours a week on stuff related to the site. And then that failed. And then I actually ramped it up for that 1 week. I basically didn't sleep for that week to try and cut over to Star Dragon Games, to get these first posts all developed and ready, and the processes behind them all ready and tested and vetted for my team, and to push through. And I pushed them pretty hard for it during that period of time too. Nowhere near as hard as I pushed myself. Like I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm a good leader. If I were, well, we would have already solved these problems that we're running into. That's my opinion. If I were a good leader, then the problems would have been already. I would have already brought the right person on board who would meet the requirements, which are pretty stiff. Or I would have directed the right person in the right manner to take the right move at the right time. You know, if I were good. Now, I know that's not how that actually works, just to be clear. That's really not how any of that works. There's a whole bunch of factors that come into it. A, B, C, D. So this is actually below the Crusaders. But being who I am and being in the position I put myself in, I have to believe that effectively it's my well, it is my responsibility, but it's like within my capability to guide in such a manner that would have changed the game, that I zigged, that I had the team zig when we should have zagged, that sort of thing. And so we're in this circumstance now because of me. And again, that's not entirely how that works. In fact, that's actually pretty far from how it works, in all truth. There's a lot of things involved to make things happen, to make things work. And sometimes there's just a lot of details that are unforeseeable, and you know, things happen the way they do. But again, me being me, being willing to step forward in the stance that I did, take the strong points that I did for all this processes and all this stuff, I had to, I have to say that it's not only my responsibility, right? Not only basically underneath my purview, but my fault. Now, people can give me, whatever mercy or not that they choose to. My friends can do. But they shouldn't. Well, they should. It's their choice. Like, they should because it's their choice and they choose to, therefore they should. It's one of those sort of things. Not that I would go near that word deserve, because deserve is a 4-letter word. But still, it's my fault. But then I have to deal with certain other people in a manner that's unrepentant, even, because the attitude that they took was not conducive, and basically they hit me when I was trying to stand up. And it turns out that there's more than one person who did, not that I was aware of that. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Taking risks like that, taking risks in general, of any sort, really shows who your friends are. Like, really shows who's there. Because there's one thing of saying, well, I don't agree with your course of action, but I still care about you. And then there's another thing saying, I don't even care about you anymore. Who do you think you are to think that this will work out? How dare you try to involve me with your harebrained schemes? Well, you can not take that stance and still politely decline. Because admittedly, a lot of the stuff that I am trying, are harebrained. Well, I got nothing else to do, so I'm gonna go jump off a bridge and hope it works out. Now, someone might call me and say, well, that's a bit dramatic, don't you think? Some folks might go, oh, that's horrible. You shouldn't make light of that stuff. You think I'm making light of it? No, I mean, really. You think I'm making light of it? The entire running off and trying to do crazy stuff to try and make things end does amount to basically doing, putting oneself in a spot where you probably won't survive in some manner, shape, or form. And if it's severe enough, actually won't survive. That is what putting all in on the table is. I mean, I was only just vaguely convinced to not just go ahead and let the stuff blow. Just like go with it. Just find myself on the street. I'm just saying. Like, so no, I'm not being facetious and saying about doing, taking risks of such as jumping off the bridge. There's a lot more that's going on, by the way, just to mention it. I'm not going to go into all the details, but suffice to say that the chances that were taken were substantial and crucial, and didn't work out in my favor. And yet, I was convinced not to fully permit those consequences. At least hold them off for some time, right? I don't know why, but here I am. And I'm still saying that honestly, the going to live on the street for a bit would have been the right choice. Oh, I probably wouldn't have survived, but I wouldn't care. Not my problem anymore. See, that's what I mean. Now you might say, oh well, Laucivol, clearly you need help. Well, don't we all? Don't we all? I'm just saying that, like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's not as horrible as I may be making it sound. I'll put it that way. It's just the sort of thing where it's like, I just kind of got on a tear there. I was having fun because it's the sort of thing where it's just like I look at the way that the plans were to be and how they turned out, and it's like, well, pardon me this, and if anyone that might be listening in is not in the faith, as it were, again, pardon me this. But I enjoy the phrase, that phrase there, man makes plans, God laughs. I appreciate that because I keep on making plans, and I'm going to keep on making plans because it's what one does, right? And this is probably also why no plan survives first contact. Alright, so now we're down to Dread Necromancer. That probably took me only like a half an hour to get through it all, if even. Alright, so now I'm missing the Barbarian, and the Dragonfire Adept. Alright, so now, and I think I already cleared them out. Y'all need to, shite. We'll link out it good. Alright, let's move all that. Alright, and then let's move it to holding CG. Right. Once those all move, it's gonna take a second. Let's move rejected over to content generation. Alright. And then that's 4.4, which will force it to regenerate those files. Hey, I'm going to say this, all right, for 30 items, having 2, 2, fail. It's not too bad of a ratio. When I did the original push of like down my lines in my original article generations that I did for Stellar Dragons, not Stellar Dragon games, the previous attempts, which I honestly think that I shouldn't have abandoned ships on Stellar Dragons. It's too late now, but I feel like that if I'd closed the site basically and then done like a soft relaunch, I would have been better off than trying to do this. Like if I had kept that original site instead of moving over to Stellar Dragon Games, because we're just now regaining domain authority. Not to mention the cost of like the article traffic and stuff, which again, those would have gone away, I guess. But so, all right, so you can see that my my batching script is running over there on that left pane. So. For those two. And honestly, I wasn't gonna do this because I didn't like the idea of doing it this way. Because it just strikes me as like a terrible idea. You know, people who come across those posts be like, "What is going on here?" Maybe I should have it add to the top, like under construction or something, when I do it. I think I should. Control F4 too. Let's see. Oh, whoops, that's too far. Or that should be good enough to make the thing to do what I wanted to do. Once these two are done, which apparently the batching process is taking its sweet time. Anyway, excuse me. Excuse me. So there's that one. What? Well, I had a hard time, but then it did it, so. Like I said earlier, like, it's strangely struggling right now. Hey, got our combat scenarios, so. And yeah, so I wouldn't expect that, you know, a lot of people would understand what just we were looking at. It was JSON format, right? But with the there's a, and I'm having spacers of the terms, but for some reason it pushed it back as JSON, which luckily for us we can actually navigate, because again it should have been handled in automation, but it wasn't for some reason. So hopefully this doesn't take 24 hours. But what? Why did the music stop? What is going on here? Rude. Oh no, the music didn't stop. I'm just going crazy. Uh, Maybe I lost my way. Left to say. We lost ourselves. Oh, me again. I am so sorry for yawning in your ear. It's my bad. I just. Jeez. Well, I made it angry. So basically, we're waiting for the Dragonfire Adept to finish, and then we'll move all this back over to constant generation. And yeah. Team. So which is first, Dragon Shaman or Dragon Fire? Technically speaking, Dragon Fire must be first. And also, legitimately speaking. Because Dragon Fire, like, the F goes before either space or S, right? Unless if I'm illiterate again. Which it could be. I mean, again, it has been a day where my literacy of all things is dubious at best. There we go. All right. see if it worked. Cool, that worked. Awesome. Okay, so we archived the list after moving everything over there. Now content generation is ready. And I'm gonna do the thing that I didn't want to do, but I'm doing it. Because I really just want to get everything kind of like, if it works, then great. If it doesn't work, then I don't really care. I mean, I care. Like, I actually deeply care if it works or not. Like, as in, you know, if it'll say in big bold at the top under construction. But like, the worst case scenario is it doesn't, and it puts the stuff in there, and it just needs to be moved around. It makes sense. Look at all that text. Am I gonna? I am, okay. All right, let's see how it looks. Well, it did my under construction thing. The stat blocks, which should be broken, maybe? I don't know. One brief. I actually like the way this one looks better than the other one. You know what? That's fair. Although that probably needs to be generally edited in a manner, like delete the 1 to 5 or whatever. But that's fine. I still like the fact that it's like your primary weapon for dealing high damage. Focus on maximizing power. Love it. All right, cool. So that's processing, and that's going to take much of the night, or maybe not, but it's going to take a while because it's not exactly slow moving, but it's not like lightning fast either. You know, it's not like immediately going through it because there's a lot of content to add that I'm adding to it now. So you know, like right now we're only 3 in. Oh shoot! Did I fix it? Did, and yet it's in failover. Biscuit. Well, something's gonna be out of order. Fix it later. Because it's not gonna rescan until. Because I don't think I have it set to rescan until, you know, until. Yeah, that's annoying. Oh well. Let's working on that. Let's go ahead and take a look, see over here at the night tactical build info. So if memory serves, and I think I may already have it opened. We're gonna pull you over here. Pull you over here. What are you? Oh, you're for the marshal. All right. Tactical class build. Waiting for pictures. All right. And also readability. Do I want to move to readability yet? Or do I want to wait? You know, actually, let's move that to readability already. After I clean up the checkboxes. I already did too. I don't know if I did it or not. I don't really remember, to be honest with you, if I did or not. I did not. Oof, and I didn't even save it. But I know. Okay, so what happened was I posted the, or oh, there's no content yet. Did I? Let's see. Okay, so I generated this far. Where am I right now? Oh, don't mind those. Oh, that was so epic too. Our group ended up in the Black Cathedral. And it was a grand reveal that our primary antagonist was basically tortured into becoming a Nefandi. And possibly one of the first, if not the first Nefandi. Although, arguably speaking, that's not realistic, but still pretty neat. And one of our well, it's a storyteller storyteller PC, which fair. And she is a clone of some sort of the of our heroine character, the aforementioned storyteller NPC, and it's like, okay. All right, so now what I need to do over on the thing there, well, those are still running, and that's, I said, that's going to take a hot minute. That's going to actually take a while. Oh, this is not the right one. I need to go to my prompts for card articles. Provide 2 stage build, followed by a 3-point breakdown of. Oh, it is the right one. All right, we'll take it, I guess. Copy. Paste. Okay. Actually, those should be 0.2 or second tier, not third tier. Actually, all of this should be replaced. Oop. A little too aggressive with this space. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, now. Just doing some visual checks. Make sure it looks clean. Oops. Sorry, I'm just enjoying the music. How did I miss that? Honestly, these I could probably rather quickly and easily set up a kind of run through for them, automation for them. But I don't know. I'm enjoying running through it and doing the process there. So, there's that. There's that. There's that. Okay. Oops. Marshall. Uh-oh. Okay. Also, the assumption that it must be on my side, by the program, oh, well, you must be offline. You're probably offline. No. Don't assume if I'm online or not. Or if I'm having it, maybe there was a temporary interruption, which can only mean one thing. But now it's sitting here going auto saving, and I don't like that. Maybe I am offline. No, I'm pretty certain I'm not offline. Because that would say no longer streaming, eh? Now maybe my site's offline, but let's make progress. All right. Let's see. So we got our article at a glance. Oh, it's not showing the... Sorry, I don't know why I did that. But it is not showing. Oh, it is showing. I'm just crazy. I just have it in the bottom left rather than the top like I do in other streams. Stream formats. Add new. Paragraph, I guess. No, don't do that. Really, I hate when this happens. Also, I hate how hard it is to freaking. Comment. No crud. Huh. I don't like that one. Different one. Like I've got a few that I used, and there's like one that I used that I like somewhere. I don't remember which one it was. And I want to start like making these normal. Yeah. There we go. That should work with the... Oh, crap. Join us on Discord. Join our Discord group. Come. Let's see. Well. Oh, that one's like specific. Darn it. not a fan of the CTA. Call to action. So long and short is that it's a, you try and your goal is to ultimately have somebody do something for anything, pretty much so. And this has been kind of formalized in a manner of speaking as the term call to action. You're trying to call someone to action. And so don't worry why I scoffed. And so the gist is that we're trying to, call people who see these things to action. We already looked at that one. Simple, straightforward, to the point. You know what? I am going to use that one. I actually like that one. I like that one a fair amount. All right, so where are we at? So edit post for the 9, or if that's the Marshall. Save, and then get on the gesture. Yeah, I did. Oh, crud. No, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Crud. All right, so, and then we have one more follow-up on this, which is this. Let's see, and then I need to go back to, I think I said it as sticky already. Let's see, Marshall Knight. Yeah, there we go. Let's get that guy in there. Okay. Yeah, it's going weird ways for sure. Although honestly, better than when I was messing with it earlier. So I don't know. All right, so we got that. Let's see. I think I got through. I did do all those kind of preliminary artisan stuff. Because basically, what hopefully is going to happen here is that I have my one fellow who's got some of the artistically sort of talent stuff to poke at it, and maybe he'll be able to actually get really really good stuff. And I haven't forgotten the person who asked me to make a more stuff on, or images on the Hexblade. I have not, but it's one of those things that we've got like this queue that I have to get through first. And then we're getting there. Like we're actually getting there. But if we're gonna have certain sacrifices, always that I have to make for a site, to prioritize certain things and kind of go certain directions, as well as like just overarching goals to kind of like make it work. So it's not as efficient as I wish it were by any stretch. In fact, I should actually directly go mention them and apologize and let them know, hey, it's I'm trying to get to it, but I gotta get the site stuff sorted out as the priority, and I don't have as much time as I used to. So. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get before I head out, and I'm gonna have to head out here soon. Let's get this guy moved in the proper place. Check the boxes. Delete this. All right. Move this. And I'm just gonna go to readability. Getting page not found here. What do you mean page not found? Barbarian reimaging nomad. That's an hour. 2 hours. But I'm gonna let wrong way. I'm gonna it's just a little longer. Oh, I'm actually kind of spamming the site right now. I realize that. I don't think I'm like hitting it too hard though, am I? If I click on that and my views are like 10 billion, I'm gonna laugh and cry a little bit. No, that's from yesterday. But if Jetpack says that the numbers have just skyrocketed. Nah, see, it hasn't. Alright, let me just see if there's anything left to do at the moment, at the immediate moment. Those are all getting there. Everything done. How far are we? We're in Battle Dancer. After the Bard, we're working on Battle Dancer stuff right now. Huh, I guess it does actually. Cool. Alright, so that's gonna get done there, or get worked on there, or continue to get worked on. I'm actually starting to get ahead, like actually fairly ahead of the game. I still have all the image stuff to do, but and the SEO stuff's currently kind of in a sort of review hell sort of thing. But
Testing the water, how do you feel? How can we make it out here? I swim in your ocean, it swallows me. Something is underpulling, and then suddenly you ask how long I'm staying. I don't know if I should go or dive my head in. And then suddenly you take a hold of me. I just don't let go down. Our feeling tangled in all the lies. Or is it you pulling ties? I don't know the way out. Can't touch the ground. I'm leaving or stay. Tell me how. And then suddenly you ask how long I'm staying. I don't know if I should go or dive my head in. And then suddenly you take a hold of me. I just don't let go down.
all right, well, with that all done and said and all that, appreciate anyone that's shown up. Appreciate anyone that watches in the future. Great evening. Cheers.